Okay, besties, part 2. So I'm getting that when this person came towards you, they came towards you with this very loving energy, okay? Definitely this Two of Cups energy. They came towards you masquerading as your equal. And I don't know that they really were, okay? There was maybe something, if everything they were offering was genuine, could have, approached being your equal. They could have given you something that maybe you were lacking. That doesn't necessarily make them your equal, but this person by all means was telling you that they were your equal, that you were on the same level, okay? And the reason this person was doing it was, I think that there's this energy of them kind of trying to outrun themselves, okay? Whatever feelings they were having about this past situation breaking up, and if you're just finding this video, go back and watch part 1 because that will be important for what comes next. This situation that is breaking up around them, 1, great loss of power source, 2, a source of great emotional instability for this person, okay? And this person I'm getting isn't really great at handling that on their own, okay? I think they were very used to having whatever this little formation group or community was, okay? That was kind of how they regulated and getting a very like codependent vibe from this situation. So when this person lost the thing that they were codependent on, they were desperately looking to transfer that attachment to something else. And that's where you came on the scene, okay? And I don't know if they went looking for you or fate just kind of crossed your paths again or what it was, but that's where you come in, okay? So that's kind of the headspace this person comes to you in. And I don't know how truthful they were about that to you, okay? But under the surface, what they weren't saying was, I've got the 9 of Swords, the 8 of Wands, and the Emperor. So this person, actually the World on the bottom of the deck, and the Star. Wow, all right. This person was hoping for a fresh start with you, and that on its face isn't a bad thing, but they were kind of looking to almost shortcut the healing work. They were looking to not really deal with any of the fallout of that other situations or their feelings about it. They thought if they could just move very quickly into a new connection with you, that they wouldn't really have to feel this 9 of Swords energy about the end of that other thing, okay? It's this energy of like, let's move this forward so quickly that I do not have time to think about anything that is burning down behind me, all right? Also, this person is, again, I don't believe any of this, but they're saying they're showing up in this Emperor energy. So this person could really be signaling strength or grounding or stability to you, okay? They could also be letting you know that the situation behind them is completely over. Again, they're just, it's almost like they're fast forwarding the clock. Like almost, you know, they keep going. I'm seeing the time turner from that one movie of Harry Potter, you know, where Hermione has the time turner that Dumbledore gives her. That's almost what this person's doing. They're just like, nope, I'm just going to speed this up and you're never going to know about the thing that's burning down back there. You clearly saw through this, okay? Because the beginning of this reading started out with you deading this thing. So I don't know how long it took you to see through this, but I do see eventually, if this is still unfolding for you, eventually you are going to see through it. There's going to be something, I'm hearing an aha moment, where something happens to give you the clarity you need about the situation and you're going to have no doubts about it, okay? There's gonna be a moment, if you're feeling muddled right now, if you're feeling confused, if you don't know what to do, this hasn't come yet, it's coming up, okay? There will be a moment of total clarity where you will know completely what to do. And I'm actually hearing for some of you, the decision will be made for you, but again, you're not going to care. I'm also getting a message that, actually, when I was getting ready for this reading, I heard this phrase in my head from my guides. This person is here to help you rewrite the ending, okay? So there could be something about the end of this situation that very closely resembles something else in your life that ended that you might have had a very hard time getting over, okay? And this person kind of coming in, kind of opening up this old wound, revisiting the way that however this other thing fell apart is going to give you this level of clarity that you couldn't reach from the other place because you were too emotionally invested in it. You were too clouded. When it broke apart, you weren't expecting it. You didn't want it to. You were hoping that it would somehow resurrect itself. I'm getting for a small number of you, this could be the same exact person that happened with, okay? And this could be like another go around with this person, but that's not for everybody, okay? But I am getting that this thing is going to help you rewrite the ending in a way. And maybe not, you know, maybe your happy ending is that you finally saw through this person's crap, and that when they inevitably drifted apart from you, when you inevitably had to close the book on this, you weren't crying about it. You had no tears left to cry, okay? You had completely learned and mastered the lessons to the point where you no longer even needed to grieve the loss of it, okay? You might be feeling a little sad, you might be feeling a little tender, but it's nothing compared to whatever other situation this was that you had to rewrite the ending of. Spirit, what is the ending that we're rewriting? Okay. Oh man. I think this is actually like several things at once, okay? I think that the origin point of this wound is from childhood, okay? Whatever this group dynamic that this person is involved in, or whatever the situation is, even if it's just like their family or something, maybe they're divorced or something like that, whatever thing they're walking away from closely mirrors something from your own past. You might even know these people, okay? So that could be the mirroring. Maybe you actually know these people. Maybe you were involved in this group at some point if this person is someone from your past, okay? But I'm definitely getting this energy of this is showing you something that you have experienced before, but again, the ending will be different, and the ending is different because you are. The ending, the outward ending that actually happens, and I just saw my birthday as I said that, might be exactly the same as something else that happened, but the thing that has changed to rewrite the ending is you, okay? You have reached a new level of mastery where even where all this crap is happening, I'm gonna show you what I'm seeing, okay? I've got the 5 of Swords, I've got the 7 of Wands, and the 6 of Swords. There's almost this energy of someone trying to get free. In my head, I'm seeing crabs in a bucket. You know, the old idiom about crabs in a bucket. Whenever another crab tries to climb out of the bucket, the other ones will grab them and pull him back, okay? That's definitely what's happening here, okay? This cat is trying to pull this thing, and these little woodland creatures, there's like a tug of war energy. They're like, no, this is mine, and what the heck is it? It looks like a piece of garbage. Like, this shouldn't even be outside, okay? But everyone's fighting over it. So there's very much this energy of this person being like, I'm getting free, I'm getting out of here, and all these little creatures, you know, all these little rats are coming around trying to keep this person back. So I don't know if maybe this was a lesson that came back around for you and this person. You know, maybe what the highest outcome of this was is if all these things were trying to hold this person back, you know, and I do have the 6 of Swords here, you know, maybe this person, if they would have passed the lesson, if they would have aced this practical, they would have moved on. Even with all that crap swirling in the background, that would have been a signal from their system to move away from chaos, but instead they've kind of decided to be embroiled in it, okay? They're still like fighting. And that might have been something that confused you about this person in the beginning, okay? And I just heard the word yes in my head from my guide, so this will certainly resonate for some of you. Maybe when you came back on the scene in this person's life, this person might have mentioned this conflict to you. But I think when they mentioned it to you, they were almost doing it from like an outsider's perspective. They were almost like the victim in the situation, or they were like being persecuted in some way. And again, Jesus energy has been heavily on the board. So this person could be walking the path of the ascended master Jesus, okay? There could be some similarities in this person's story to Jesus. They might even look like Jesus. I don't know. That could just be the vibe that you have. Maybe you guys were Jesus and Mary Magdalene in a past life or something like that. But this person very much has like this persecution complex. They have a victim mindset when it comes to this situation, not realizing that they are in part keeping it alive because they are participating in it, okay? If this person were to master this lesson, they would have walked away. When all this stuff was kicked up, they would have taken that as a signal from the divine that they were out of alignment, and they would have walked away from it. But again, I see this person just kind of like participating in it, but still like almost like wanting sympathy over the fact that they're participating in it, when the correct answer is to not. Spirit, what else? I'm getting that this person's inability to choose their own stability really left you at a crossroads. Okay, I've got the 2 of Swords here. And you're almost like an outsider looking in, okay? So I think that since you're this high priestess energy, you have this vantage point, okay? You're higher up than these people for some reason. I don't know if it's just your consciousness, or maybe you don't live directly wherever they live or something, but there is almost like this far removed vantage point that you have of this thing, so you can see it clearly. Maybe it's just because you haven't like seen these people in a while or something like that, so you can see them more clearly. It's almost like you're looking at a situation from your past with your grown-up eyes, and you're like, this is toxic AF, okay? So you're this cat figure right here, okay? And these little mice down here, or these chipmunks, or whatever the heck they are, squirrels, they're wearing blindfolds, they have their swords, they're ready to go to war, and they don't even know what they're fighting over, okay? But again, you and your wisdom and your higher perspective, you're like, what the hell are you guys even doing? Like, this doesn't make any sense. This is ridiculous. So I'm getting that, you know, if this person would have risen to the occasion, they would have stepped into this King of Pentacles energy, regardless of whatever their zodiac has going on. They would have stepped into this King of Pentacles energy, and they would have found balance within themselves, whatever that looks like for them, okay? What did they do? I'm gonna go to a part 3 and find out.